And welcome back, rugby fans, Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and the 2025 Pacific Force Series is well underway. This is the preview of technically game number 2. I believe it technically would be week 3 of the series, or round 3 of the series, as USA, number 9 ranked USA, takes on number 6 ranked Australia in Australia at the GIO Stadium in Canberra, which is the capital of Australia. That game is interesting because of the Australian time zone difference. Technically, the game takes place Friday, May 17th, 11:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So technically, it's really late Friday night, but for almost the rest of the country, it takes place really early Saturday morning, May 18th. Regardless, you can watch the game live or later on demand if you kind of value your sleep on Rugby Pass TV. But it is a very interesting, exciting game. The last time that these two played in the Pacific Force Series, USA was able to beat Australia 32-25. It was the only win for the United States in the Pacific Force Series, so they didn't end up last place in the game. This is a pretty important matchup just because USA coming off a rather impressive loss. They didn't win, but a really impressive loss to the the number 2 ranked team in the world for women's rugby, Canada. A team that they lost last year in the Pacific Force Series, 50-7. They lost this time only 26-14. And that was after the game was tied 14 apiece. Unfortunately, just the last part of the game. I mean, it was an exciting game. Again, you can watch that game on demand on Rugby Pass TV. It was a very, very exciting game. USA got real close. Just a little bit of indiscipline at the end cost them, but a very, very good performance from a very, very game USA team, which again, the Pacific Force Series is important because it allows USA to compete against high caliber teams like New Zealand, Canada, Australia. But it is good preparation for the USA because we do have the Women's World Cup later this year in England. So this is the final preparation for Team USA. And USA is looking really good. I mean, again, bouncing back from unfortunately a kind of interesting loss to Japan earlier last month. But that performance with Canada was really, really impressive, going toe to toe with the number 2 ranked team in the world. USA looking really, really good. So, head coach Sione Fukufuka has announced the starting lineup, the starting 23 for the team. And not really much difference of the team that faced off against Canada. The only slight differences is at the number 11 spot for the winger, Bulo Matayatoga starts instead of Erica Bailey, who has been very, very impressive so far in her 2 matches as a USA capped Eagle. I believe she unfortunately has suffered an injury, so that's why she's stepped in not playing. And then moving below, who was at fullback at number 15, she moves up to number 11. So coming into fullback is Tess Fury at number 15. So the starting lineup pretty much the same. You have, again, number 1, Hope Rogers from the Exeter Chiefs, 52 caps, most in the history of women's rugby. Kathy Trader at number 2 for the Bay Breakers, 27 caps. Kea May Sagopulu, who is an ACT Brumbies player, 16 caps. She scored a try against Canada. Haley Taufo, Denver Onyx, 24 caps. Erica Jarrell, Cell Sharks, number 15 caps. Tyler Brody has been very good for Denver with 12 caps at the number 6 spots. Captain Kate Zachary, once again at the number 7 spot from the Ewing Trailfinders, 42 caps, second highest for USA Eagles players currently playing. She scored a beautiful try in the game against Canada. Rachel Johnson, one of the 2 vice captains for the Denver Onyx, 34 caps. Olivia Ortiz is your scrum half once again. Sale Sharks, 23 caps. Your fly half, the other vice captain, Mackenzie Hawkins, Denver Onyx with 22 caps. Below Matayatoga, who I mentioned before for the Bay Breakers, 23 caps. Lev Kelter, one of the best players in the USA Eagles, at the number 12 spot for the Bay Area Breakers, 28 caps. She scored an amazing intercepting try against Canada, which was phenomenal. And then, of course, the media darling sensation Ilona Maher at the number 13 spot from the USA Sevens, also plays for the Bristol Bears. Only her third cap for the USA Eagles. Emily Henrich from the Boston Banshees, 22 caps. And then, as I mentioned before, Tess Fury at the fullback position with 32 caps. The reserves, that's kind of a new mix of players. Paige Stephanopoulos is still there at number 16. Maya Learn at the number 17. Charlie Jacoby from the Exeter Chiefs and the Queensland Reds with 34 caps. Rachel Araki from the Denver Onyx, 20 caps. Feta Tafuna, college player from the Lindenwood Lions, is back there at the reserves, 11 caps. Cass Bargiel from the Boston Banshees, 5. Coming back into the reserves is Saria Ibarra, another capped USA Sevens player. This is only going to be her third cap if she makes an appearance, so she is still starting her young USA Eagles career. And then Cheta Emba returns at the number 23. She unfortunately has been suffering some injuries, but man, a dynamic player. She scored a try in her game against Japan. It will be great to see her back onto the pitch. So, again, a very, very competitive squad. I feel they have a very good chance of beating Australia once again in the series. But, you know, Australia are no slouches. They did suffer a pretty big loss to New Zealand earlier in the year, 38-12. Earlier in the competition, 38-12. So, of course, they want to bounce back from that. But, yeah, I feel pretty confident that USA can win this one just because of how good they were against Canada. And like I said, very few changes with the starting 15. So, if they can play with the same firepower intensity throughout both halves, even though they're playing in Australia, I feel they have a very good chance of taking down the Wallaroos of Australia. So, again, you can watch that game live if you want to be waking up early in the morning, Rugby Pass TV, or wait, and it will be uploaded on replay. But again, support your USA women's team. The Pacific 4 Series is a great competition. Definitely gives USA a great chance to play against some very, very top competition. So, yeah, support the team. And again, thank you very much for watching my channel, and I'll see you on the pitch. Go USA!